Well, it's a home a Korean veteran has lived in for the past 3 decades, but it's also one he doesn't own.
So that's where things get complicated. See, it belongs to his girlfriend, who has since moved to a nursing home, leaving him with no place to go. But so his community stepped in, and Fox 9's Maury Glover joins us with a look at how they're helping out. Maury?
Well, the mayor of Dayton, Minnesota says he's looking into Jim Hammond's situation, but he doesn't believe there's anything he can do. The 82-year-old former Marine would be left homeless without a little help from a brother in arms.
After 32 years of living on the banks of the Mississippi, Jim Hammond is packing up a lifetime of memories.
I'm stressed out. I'm stressed with the courts and the way they operate, and don't give a guy a chance to do what he's supposed to do.
Hammond started seeing his girlfriend, Dolores Bistido, in the mid-'80s and moved into the home she shared with her late husband a few years later. But the pair, who'd both been married to other people before, never got married to each other.
We loved each other just like anybody else, but as far as the legal entanglements, we didn't want that. And I know in Minnesota, they call it, there's a common law marriage, but Minnesota doesn't have that, so we still had it in common anyway.
After Bistido developed dementia and Alzheimer's, Hammond discovered she had taken out a reverse mortgage on her home. And when she went to stay in a nursing home 7 months ago, Hammond realized the bank actually owns her house, and he has no legal claim on the place they shared for more than 3 decades.
I'm sure it's not what Dolores thought she was getting into when she signed that agreement, but this is probably the legal outcome. It's just a pretty unfortunate outcome.
But before this Korean War veteran ended up on the street, another former Marine offered Hammond a place to live until he gets into the veterans home, where he is on the waiting list.
Been in this house 32 years. He's did maintenance on it and everything else. I think it's wrong. Just because they weren't married doesn't mean that he can't stay.
I had a chance to fly on the Air Force One. They gave me a little model of it even.
For now, Hammond is getting ready to begin a new chapter in his life. But he says it's a shame he'll have to close the book on the place he called home for so many years.
I think it's just best to move on and start a new life.
Now, a spokesperson for Wells Fargo says it hasn't set up a timeline for Hammond to move out and will work with him to make sure he understands his options. At first, Hammond says he wanted to buy the house, but now he says he's ready to let it go. Guys, back to you.